And joining us right now, one of my favorite people, NBC racing reporter Donna Brothers. She's the one who gallops at the end of the race, goes up to the winning jockey and says, "How do you feel?" And you just ran here right now. So.
I did, yeah. So if you'd like to know how I feel a little winded. And that's probably what the jockeys will tell me when I catch them right after the race. If I asked them, "What do you feel?" they'd be like, "Tired," probably.
Yeah. Well, we think you have the most fascinating job too, because not only are you interviewing someone, you're doing it on a horse. I mean, you're a former jockey, so that's got to be second nature to you. But how do you stay balanced, do that, think? And it's a lot going on.
Well, Olivia, I'll be honest with you. When I first started in television, my background was not in television. It was as a jockey. And so for me to ride the horse gave me something to do with all my other body parts, right? So when you first start in television, you guys know this, you know you've got to hold the microphone. But what do you do with this hand? And do I stand like this? Or do I lean against something, right?
That makes sense,
So when I'm on the horse, my body was busy doing all those other things. And so I made it look easy, sure, but that's because for me it was second nature to be on the horse. And so it made it easier for me.
It's amazing.
Makes sense.
Donna does so much preparation, and she watches all these horses, watches the jockey, reads all about the trainers, and knows everything. So we asked her to pick out some of the favorites. So for the Derby, you are really liking Sovereignty.
I am. You know, he's a horse that I really loved a month ago. He came off of a long layoff, won his race off the layoff, and then when he came back in the Florida Derby, he sort of regressed a little bit. But I love the way he's training here. You can see him on the track right there. He's a big, beautiful, strong horse, and I think that he just has the running style for this Kentucky Derby. There's a lot of speed in there. And, you know, if you go back and look at his only race here at Churchill Downs, his only stakes race, the Street Sense, he has a beautiful turn of foot, picks it up really nicely. Not so much at Gulfstream Park. I'm not sure he loved that track, but I think back here at Churchill Downs, he's going to run his best race.
And you told us you also like Burnham Square coming out of the 9 gate there. What is it about Burnham Square that you really like?
Well, if anybody watches the Morning Work Show, they can watch that on the Kentucky Derby YouTube feed. If you go back and watch his work with Brian Hernandez about our board, he was scraping paint. We say scraping paint when they're right on the rail, and that was the exact kind of trip that he got with Mystic Dan last year, and I think that's exactly what he's going to try to do with Burnham Square again this year. And again, with all that speed, horses are going to stop, and Brian's going to sit in there patiently and just scrape the rail again, and that's the shortest way around there. So he's going to be my long shot.
And Burnham Square, by the way, Joe Krustafek came on earlier today. He also likes Burnham Square.
Oh, very good to know.
So, Good Cheer, the favorite in the Oaks, so you're not going to win a lot of money, but you think this one just can't be beat?
You know, when you see her out here, or even when you see her in the paddock when you get to the track, she's not a lot to look at. She looks like somebody's pony. And so I think that's why people have been trying to pick against her. Every time she runs, they're like, well, I'm not so sure. Because again, she's not the most outstanding horse, but all she does is win. And so far, she's undefeated. I like her.
You know what's so funny? You said she's not much to look at. You know me, that horse is beautiful.
They're also beautiful.
That horse is beautiful.
Yeah.
That horse, I mean, they're all gorgeous to me.
I understand. I feel the same way. But when you're trying to pick them apart, you would toss her, and you can't toss her. All she does is win.
Okay, Donna, thank you. Thanks for running over here.
My pleasure.
Literally.
Got a little, lung opening this morning.
Yeah.
Well,
She can work out.
yeah, it sounds like it. Hey, let's send things up.